This weekend was all about super bright and fun athletic wear. Let me tell you about it. I'm Madi with Madi Sews and welcome back. So as you all know, I have had these plans of making a new pair of tights and sports bra. And actually I wanted to make two pairs of tights. We'll get into that in a bit. But I had plans on making these back in February. Because February was so busy for me, well, all of my athletic wear plans kind of just got pushed right into March, but they are sorely needed because I find that I am wearing the tights that I'm making over and over and over again. So I really need more of this stuff. So I got busy over the weekend and I've got stuff to show you. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? So these are the tights that I made. They are the Tempo Tights from Greenstyle Creations. And I was actually really excited about making these because I've made several versions of the stride tights before, and I've been able to get such a good fit on those. So I just knew that because these were based off of the same block that I'd be able to do that as well. So the Tempo Tights actually run from a size B to an M. Now they do their sizing a bit differently, which I really appreciate. Their sizing, I think, is pretty inclusive. They start from a 22 waist and a 32 hip, and they go all the way up to a 57 waist and a 62 hip. I actually do like that they have such a large size range for this, and I think this is something that they've been working on doing with all of their different patterns, and so I really do appreciate their sizing. This is a PDF pattern, so I did end up having to, print and tape it all, but the taping process isn't so bad with that because I feel like they have really good markings. But I mean, just like any other PDF pattern, you're gonna have to tape. Before I forget, let me just hurry up and mention that this fabric I picked up from Spandex World, of course, and it's their nylon green Milliskin, which is a nylon spandex mix. And then this was one of their clearance like panel fabrics that I had picked up. I think it's just some kind of polyester spandex mix, but I really do like the way they look together. I think the colors are really fun together. I will note that this green is not squat proof. And that actually kind of caught me off guard because this isn't the first time that I've used their Milliskin, but I guess in the past I've always used more like vibrant or darker colors, like this pink, for example. Because these tights were the first time that I was actually making up the Tempo Tights, I decided that I was just gonna kind of keep it like bare bones, no extra pockets or anything like that. So that way I could actually focus in on the fit and just kind of get something together quickly. So let's just get into some of the other pattern details and some of the things that I did to make sure that I got the best fit possible. So I did blend between 3 different sizes. It was the J, the G, and JG and L, I believe. I had a blend between 3 different sizes. My waist was the smallest, hips came out bigger, and then my thighs were the largest size for this pattern, and then it all kind of came right back in. Blending between those different lines really wasn't that difficult for me. I just did the same thing that I did in the previous stride tights and it worked out. What I think I do need to work on is this little V in the back. I'd like for that to be a lot sharper. I did make these on my serger, but still I think I could get a better V point on the back there. And I did notice that there's a little pucker. Actually, my husband noticed it too, and he kept poking me in the butt, and it was really annoying, but it's it's right there. For as small as that little thing is, it really is kind of annoying, so I might go in and try to fix that again. Also, the next time that I make this, I think that I will actually base the waistband in place because it did shift as I was sewing it. And so the seam lines right here don't exactly match up in the front. It's not that big of a deal for me, but I did notice that happening as I was sewing it. And you can see here, my seams from the front and the back of the waistbands, I didn't quite match those up. too well. So that's something that I'll pay more attention to in my next iteration of these pants. I actually decided not to take this over to my cover stitch machine because, well, because quite honestly, I was just trying to get them off of my machine as quick as possible because I have a couple of really busy weeks ahead. So time was of the essence. I haven't mastered my cover stitch yet, and so I didn't want to sit around and fuss with that. So for the actual hemming on the legs, I just did a zigzag stitch right there, and it's fine. I would have preferred to cover stitch that, but I'm not gonna sweat that right now. Originally, I thought I was gonna have enough of this green Milliskin to make myself another pair of tights using this yellow too. So I thought I was going to be able to do yellow with some green accents. But because these pants are not squat proof, I'm going to have a real hard time making something out of this one, this yellow. But I really do love this bright yellow. And so what I'm thinking about doing is mixing the yellow with some just plain black fabric because I'm down to some really scrappy bits on this floral stuff. So I'll just mix the two of these and I'll make myself a pair of stride tights with the yellow stripe going up the side and the black going over my booty, so I don't have to worry about people being able to see right through it all. One last thing about these tights. I did deviate from the pattern instructions just a bit in that I included a layer of power mesh on the inside of these pants. I basically just basted it to one side so that way it could provide a little more support. And then I did include the elastic on the top, the swim elastic, the clear, thin swim elastic up around the waist, so that way there's no issues with this stuff sliding down my body. It just really works for me, and I never, ever have to pull my tights up in the middle of a workout activity, which is really nice. I also made this sports bra right here. Now this is also a Greenstyle Creations pattern. It's their power sports bra, and I've made it before. I actually tried to do some top stitching that wasn't very successful. I'll just pop a picture in of that one over here for you. But this is the same exact pattern. Because the first version that I made of my of the power sports bra was actually like extremely supportive. So much so that I actually had a bit of a hard time getting it on and off. I did decide to leave out the power mesh lining. So there is no extra power mesh in this one. And to tell you the truth, I still feel like this is really supportive. Now, I would go running in the sports bra that I made that has a power mesh in it because there is no moving of anything, no jiggling, no bumping around, no nothing in that bra. You are held in place. You're just gonna have to work to get that thing off. But this one I feel like is better for all of the not so jiggly activities. For this one, I use the same exact fabrics that I did for the tights. Primarily the black floral stuff because I really just love that fabric so much. And honestly, right now I'm down to scrappy scrap, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna make a whole bunch more headbands out of that stuff. I did want to do the inside, the lining part in the green Milliskin, but I just didn't have enough of that fabric left over. I couldn't squeeze anything else out of it. So I did just do that back piece, and then I lined the rest with more of the floral fabric. And I really like the way the straps look. Now this might actually bother some people, but I like the way that the green actually peeks out on the other side of the black on the straps. I think it adds like a really nice little touch. So because I've made this bra before, I knew that their largest cup size was a bit too small for, well, it's a bit smaller than what I needed. My boobs are a little bigger than their biggest cup size. So I decided to add a 1/4 inch onto the curve of that side piece right here. And so that added an extra 1/2 inch overall. I feel like that paired with the fact that I didn't put any power mesh on the inside of this thing made it so that I just ended up with a really nice fit. And really, I'm super happy about how this ended up. And I think I'm ready to go into some of their other versions, like the strappy versions that they have that I've been really coveting. But one other fit change that I made was for the elastic, I added an extra inch onto my elastic because it's not very stretchy. So that way I wouldn't have a hard time getting this up and over my head. Now that I've got the fit down on this, I really cannot wait to make all of the really cute strappy versions that they have for this bra. Honestly, I am in the mood for some cute sports bras. It's been years and years since I've had a cute sports bra, and dang it, I want a whole bunch of them in my drawer. You all. So let me tell you about the thing that most concerned me when I was, in this like, let's use up all my scraps type of mode. I made a pair of underwear, and these are the Greenstyle Creations no-show briefs. You all don't judge me. I was sitting here watching YouTube videos, and I didn't realize that I had the little like place this edge on the fold line of your fabric. I had the wrong edge on the fold line. So instead of the seam being in the butt, it's in the front. It's in the front, you all. Can you see that? That is a cooch seam line. That is so not cool. I did go ahead and cut out a lining for the inside because I'm sure that's not going to be comfortable at all. I mean, I'm still going to try these underwear out. Hopefully it's not that big of an issue. And if I do like the no-showness of them all, like no panty lines and things like that, then I'll go ahead and I'll make myself more versions of these because let me tell you, I have a ton of fabric that I need to use up. A ton of scrap fabric that's just piling up everywhere. I think that these are just going to end up being the underwear that you wear when everything else is in the laundry. All right, so those are 3 coordinating items that I made. Although I really can't even wear those underwear with my green tights because, well, I already told you that they are not squat proof and those undies are black, so that's not gonna work. But overall, I am really excited to have these new pieces, even if it's just a workout in the house. The sports bra, though, that thing, that can come with me anywhere because it is super cute. So yeah, that's my new athletic wear. Let me know what your thoughts are about this and if you've accidentally put a front crotch seam in your underwear. Well, thank you so much for hanging with me. If you enjoyed this video, if you got a good laugh out of it at the very least, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and consider hitting that bell so that way you know the next time that there's a new video. And well, until then, I hope that you find joy and have a wonderful day. Bye.